I'm Jerry.
I'm Allan.
We are
Bourbon Buds.
Guys, exciting news. Check out our new Discord server we just created, Bourbon Buds Community. We'll drop a link down below in the description, so check us out. We'd love to be a part of it. Today we're going to review a bottle of Michter Single Barrel Straight Rye. It's a bottle that Allan brought back with him from his trip down to Kentucky, and I'll let him tell you about the bottle.
Alrighty, guys, this is Michter's Single Barrel Straight Rye. If you want to know, barrel number is 23H is in hotel 3079. This comes in at 84.8 proof.
That's a low proof.
It is. So we'll have to see how this stacks up, but I'm excited to finally get this bottle. Now MSRP is above right around 50, 60 bucks. I actually paid $25 on an auction site. So
below MSRP.
Below MSRP.
Nice. Very nice.
So let's get into this and see what our thoughts are.
Well, we've done a couple of different rye reviews today. And I think I'm just overwhelming my nose and palate with the apple on the rye side of things. But I'm getting apple again on this nose.
I'm getting a lot of baking spice, a little bit of mint.
I feel like if this apple tree was in the middle of a rose garden or something, that's where I'm at.
I can see that. More floral.
It's like a springy apple. It's not like an apple pie fall time.
Yeah, like a juicy, fresh apple. Maybe like an apple blossom, if that's what they call the blooms.
You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is probably, in my opinion, one of the best ryes to start a new bourbon drinker or whiskey drinker on. Just because the proof point is so low and it doesn't overwhelm your palate, but yet you're still getting enough of the flavor to say, oh, there's something more than just whiskey here. So I think a new whiskey drinker would enjoy this bottle, and I think it's a perfect entry-level proof. It doesn't do much for me on the proof. There's absolutely no finish on it, so I'm a little disappointed in that. But for someone that hasn't been such a rye fan, I've actually enjoyed this bottle. So.
You know, I totally agree. There's a lot of people say this is a bourbon friendly rye for people that want to get into ryes. They're starting to get into ryes. This would be a good one to put in front of somebody, and I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah, 100%.
It has that bourbon aspect, but also has that little baking spice of the rye on it. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this. I've only had a little bit of Michter's lineup. I've had the 10-year rye. It's pretty good. I think the age definitely helps on this case compared to this.
I'm embarrassed to say this is my first Michter's offering that I've tried. I would absolutely love to try some more of their stuff. I would love to try some more of their aged stuff. I don't know what the age statement on this is. It feels a little young, and there's not really much of a finish there. It does have a great color to it, though.
When this bottle is gone, I will go buy another one for 60 bucks. I think it's that good of a rye. We could give it to somebody like the series we're going to come up with Andrew. He's going to come on the channel. I think this would be perfect to give him to see if he likes ryes.
Agreed, 100%. And that's what I meant. You know, a new bourbon or new whiskey drinker, I think, would enjoy this and enjoy comparing. Hey, this is what a rye is like versus a wheat versus a straight bourbon. You know, because it does have a lower proof. But for me personally, I just want more of a finish and probably more proof. But the flavor's great. I like the flavor.
Shockingly, I think the proof is right there for me. I'm usually a higher proof, but I like the proof on this bottle.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
Honestly. I know. I'm usually a proof junkie, and you guys know that as well. I love proof. But I think 84 just suits this bottle really well. I think just how they've done their process, Michter's just hits it on the head.
Yeah, I would like to try some more of their offerings before I commit to anything like that. It took for me the proof is just not there. I think it needs more proof on it, but I do like the flavor. So.
And actually, we can get our hands. We'll compare this to the 10-year. Seth and Tasha Pez Reviews has this bottle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We can compare it to. So we'll have to have them on the channel and compare apples to apples and see if 10 years does add.
Yeah, I can't imagine it not, but the proof is in the pudding.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
Or in the bottle in this case. All right, let's give this a rating.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Wow.
I feel like the Sazerac we just done a review on, the proof was there. Maybe not the finish. It could do a little bit better, but I think, yes, this might be a little bit less proofy, but it hits on every single cylinder that I like with a rye. And rye's usually, higher you go on proof, I feel like, the more you like ryes. And that's where I think that's where it fills in for itself. Even though it's low proof, the rye adds just that spice into that proof.
I think I'm just about right there with the Sazerac 100 proof that we just did. I would compare those bottles pretty equally. My biggest thing is this, because it's lower proof, the bite of the ethanol does not overwhelm the flavor of the juice. So I still get, it brings out the flavor more, but I think a higher proof of that flavor would make this bottle so much better, and it would finish it so much better. So I'm gonna be right at the same as the Sazerac bottle. I'm at a 6.8 with it.
All right.
Well, that'll do it for the review of the Michter's Single Barrel Rye. Check out our Discord server, fairly new to us. Bourbon Buds community. We'll drop a link below in the description. Also, our other social medias at Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. For now, I am Jerry.
I'm Allan.
And keep on sipping.
Cheers. Please drink responsibly.